Gary again from Heck Yeah, You Can Cook, and today you are going to make a quick midweek dish. It is my skillet, or wok, I should say, adobo shrimp, okay? You can make it with a skillet. I'm going to use my wok today. Behind me, you may be able to see I've got my large Cutco wok. Love my Cutco wok. Worth every penny when I got it. Let me show you the tools you're going to need. You're going to need a kitchen knife, chef's knife, however you like to call it. This is my cut, very sharp. You may need an alternative knife, and that's basically just to cut open some things such as the shrimp came in. You'll need the skillet, of course, and that's basically, and a pair of tongs or a wooden spoon to stir it with. That's all you're going to need for this recipe. Now the ingredients, and this is the secret one. I love this stuff. This is adobo seasoning. This one has salt, therefore I'm not going to add any salt. Plus the shrimp was from frozen. Anytime it comes from frozen and is not fresh, don't add salt. Or if you buy it and it's fresh and it's never been frozen, they're not going to use the salt as an agent in there, so that way you don't oversalt your food. This is a brand that I found at a local tienda, which is a Hispanic grocery store. This one does contain salt. You can get adobo from Morton & Bassett that does not, and if that's the case, then use that. This is my adobo seasoning for this, and that's about 2 tablespoons. And we're not going to use it all, but I just like to put into the dish. Got a tablespoon of cracked black pepper as well, and we're not going to use it all, but we'll have it just to be able to use and manipulate, not out of the container. This is 6 ounces of cherry tomatoes. I buy a lot, sometimes if I know I'm going to cook a large thing of cherry tomatoes. These are Wild Wonders from the local Sam's Club. And this is 6 ounces, so please measure them. 5 ounces of spinach. It's not a whole bag, it's about 5 ounces of spinach. We got a little olive oil. We're going to add a hint of that to the skillet before we get started. I have got 1 large yellow squash, and then 1 zucchini, okay? You want the larger, firmer kind, and 3 cloves of garlic. Now, to get started with this recipe, you're going to first chop the garlic. You want them not to be finely chopped. Slide them right into a bowl. Now, just get a bowl. We're going to cut our the medallions. Now this cooks pretty quickly, so we're going to cut the medallions pretty thinly. I would say somewhere between 1/4 and 1/8 inch thick, such as that, the thickness you're looking for. Now in this case, I do not cut these back. I like the size of these. It's about the same size as the shrimp. I think it adds a little bit better look to the dish. You can cut them in half if you like, because it's heck, you can cook. You can do what you like on this. So we've got our shrimp. Oh, it's got shrimp. We've got our squash ready. Just repeat with the zucchini. So I've got 2 pounds of shrimp here. Okay, and what I like to do is with the shrimp, I've rinsed them in a colander, patted them dry, and now I like to add, before we ever put it into the thing, the skillet, a couple good pinches of the seasoning and a good old pinch of the black pepper. And then using the spoon or your hands, turn it. Now we're going to add some more later, but it just kind of gets started. I'll go to the skillet now. Chef, you're cooking it on the skillet. We've been preheating my skillet on low heat. All right, guys, we got the skillet heating up. Add just a little bit of olive oil to it. Just kind of get that bottom going there. Now we've been preheating on low, so I'll turn it to about 2 or 3 right now. Let's start with the cherry tomatoes and the garlic. Start that going here. And we're going to cook this down until the garlic softens just a little bit. And while this is going, I add just a small pinch of the adobo seasoning, a small pinch of the black pepper. We'll say this whole process probably takes about 2 minutes. All right, we've gotten the garlic now to brown and soften. This is when I add the zucchini and the squash. Nothing real scientific here. A pinch of the adobo, pinch of the black pepper. Get a good stir through. Now you can do this in a large frying pan. You just see why I like a wok better for something like this. A large frying pan will work. Allow this to soften for a couple minutes. You're going to want to stir every 30 seconds or so. We're going to cook until we start seeing that the zucchini and the squash start to get translucent in the middle, sort of like that piece right there. Now that we've gotten to that part where you see that it's translucent, I add in the shrimp. Well, I've added that big couple of pinches of the adobo. Small pinch more of that black pepper. And we're going to stir this probably every 30 seconds, maybe minutes, probably better to say, probably about every minute until the shrimp turns pink. And you can do this in your skillet if you don't have a wok. As you see, it just makes it a little easier in a wok with the size. I forgot to add, this is medium-sized shrimp. This is tail on. I love tail on shrimp. I also like to pay a little extra and have it deveined. So this is shrimp with his tail on. It's deveined and peeled. As you keep stirring, you see how you flip it over and you get some more of the pink shrimp in there. When it starts to get just pink, I add just a little more of the adobo. Now we've gotten to where it's almost, I would say, 3/4 of the way cooked, and you see the pink coming out. This is when we add the spinach. Another pinch of the adobo seasoning across the top. We're going to cover this, allow that spinach to wilt, and I would say we're going to set it for about a minute, minute and a half, and look at it in about that time. All right, we allowed it to cook down for about a minute and a half. Spinach. See the shrimp come along beautifully there. Very pretty dish. Appetizing and appealing to the eye. Got just a few more pieces of shrimp need to cook through. We're going to cover and let that go for another 2 minutes. Okay, all right, the timer has gone off, and there you go, folks. Looks like we're about ready. There is your wok adobo shrimp. One of my favorite, with fresh zucchini and squash. A little bit of cherry tomatoes. Once again, this shrimp is tail on, medium count, peeled and deveined, so it's fun to eat. What I like to do is turn that off. It's with adobo seasoning, and I like to move this to a serving bowl. Cool. And I usually serve this over a bed of rice or with a side of corn. I've used crab cakes before. There you go, folks. We'll continue to move that to the bowl. Hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.